you're back. Got a bit of a sore throat today, so not really gonna speak much, but just gonna do some section 2 essay plans. Is the go for today. So please join me.
On here. Currently, I'm just making videos about. Let me know that you want to see the rest of the series and that I should make them. But I'll do it here just briefly. I basically like summarize the key here is I say, okay, either I'm going to write an essay on like the uses and power of technology in relation to the prompt. So like I try and kind of relate my underlying message of them, knowing that I've acknowledged all of them, kind of like the theme behind all of them, because in the ASA criteria in like the handbook, they say that all of them do kind of surround one theme. So we want to respond in a way to that theme and acknowledge the theme that they're trying to get at, which I think is like the uses and power of technology. But I don't want to write an essay just on the uses and power of technology without like specifically kind of addressing one more prompt, or like one of the prompts, or there's lots of potential to just go kind of like go down the wrong path, sway too far in the wrong direction if you just write to the theme. So I always try and write to like maybe one prompt particularly, depending on which one inspires me. So the next thing I do is write down the one that inspires me the most. And I think that the one that inspires me the most is number 2, which my interpretation of it was that technology is changing our world and who we are as people. And the actual prompt was, technology has forever changed the world we live in. Our phones and computers have become reflections of our personalities, our interests, and our identities. Okay, so I've picked my prompt. I've recognized the theme, and now we're going to develop it into a thesis and into my essay. So this is one of the most confusing bits. It's hard to decide on which idea you want to go with the most and how to break that down into an actual thesis, but the ways that I do it are by like mostly asking myself some questions. So I ask myself, do I agree with the prompt or do I disagree? Under what conditions do I agree with it? Under what conditions do I not agree with it? What can I get out of it that would allow me to form a thesis, which is my single strongest opinion on the matter, on the topic, and so that I can turn that into an essay. So I read it again and I ask myself, do I agree or do I not? Technology has changed the world we live in. Forever changed the world, maybe that's a key point. Has it forever changed the world? Is the world always going to be changed because of technology? Or has it changed everybody's worlds? Who is it? Whose worlds are we talking about? Whose world are we talking about? Are we talking about the Earth? Are we talking about the universe? Are we talking about the country that I live in? My world? Where is it? So the world we live in. Because also the way that, like, the reason I question these prompts is because you don't know really who's written them. Maybe they're just some random person. Sometimes they're famous people or politicians or philosophers or whatever, people from the past. But like, you don't know them as well. If they're written by a human, which I assume they are, these prompts are just facets of what they think about the world. So you're allowed to question them and form your own opinions on them as well, which is often like where a good thesis comes out of, because it's supposed to be your opinion and your idea and your argument. Okay, so I'm questioning if it's forever changed the world we live in. I think technology has certainly changed the world as we know it now, particularly in the last couple of centuries, particularly in the 21st century. Since the Industrial Revolution, like, industrialization has just taken off and it's kind of grown at an exponential rate. It depends on what technology we're talking about as well. Like traditional technology, cars, trains, automobiles. Actually, I'm gonna write that down as potentially my hook. Planes, automobiles. These were just the beginning. Okay. There you go. Come up with a random idea for a hook. Okay, so yes, I think in the Industrial Revolution really changed the world. It changed kind of like where our sense of community, lots of families had to move into cities, whereas before we kind of relied on like agricultural life and like the family unit. So it's really changed the social structure of the world. It and how we know it now. So that's kind of like how traditional technology changed in the beginning. With like production of steel, production of, I want to say coal. Don't know enough about that. I'm not going to write an essay on that. There we go. Yeah, it's also, this prompt though, the next part of it is saying our phones and computers have become reflections of our personalities, our interests, and our identities. Okay, so that's kind of like our phones and our computers is talking about modern technology. Like phones and computers weren't invented until like late last century. So like in the 90s, whenever it was, in the 1900s, whenever it was, 60s, maybe 70s, computers, at least, phones after. I actually don't even know when the phone was invented. That's so bad. Oh well, we move on. I digress. Okay, so it's talking about modern technology, and it's actually kind of talking about like the psychology behind how that has changed us and our world. So it's hinting more at modern technology has changed us, has changed our personalities, our interests, and our identities. Actually, it's saying that they've become reflections of our personalities. So it's kind of saying that we've become like our phones, and our personalities and our interests have become technology, which is kind of interesting, actually, if you think about it. Do I think that? Do I agree with that now? Do I think that phones and computers and our technology have become reflections of our personality? I actually don't think so. I disagree, which is great. Now we've got an idea. So, okay, so I'm going to write this down. Now I've kind of got an idea. I'm just going to write it down here, and I'll say technology and the Industrial Revolution. Maybe like the dawn of technology, and the Industrial Revolution, so that's like late 1800s. I know this just from like previous research and from the newsletter that I write. If you're not subscribed to that, also link in video description. The dawn of technology and the Industrial Revolution changed the world as we knew it, and I'll just put in like social structure, productive capabilities, like progress, like rate of progress. It like really sped things up. But it is not, but modern technology is not changing. I mean, I think it's changing us a bit, but because I think it's changing potentially how our brains work. I think that's really interesting. Part of the reason I'm studying neuroscience. And I think it has the capacity to like reconstruct our our sociology, the way that we operate, and it is. Okay, so I'll say instead, and modern tech has changed our okay, but I also think like modern technology, we also don't know how much it's changing us yet, because perhaps in like 100 or 200 years, if we still exist on this planet at this rate with climate change, then if we still exist, then we don't know, like I have no idea how much technology is going to change us and change the world that we live in. Maybe it will completely change us, but right now it still feels like we also rely on like, we're still animals, like we still have like such primitive tendencies with like fight or flight, with our biology, with our fight or flight reactions, with our fear, our innate fear and our innate sense of love. So I don't think it will ever truly be able to change what it means to be human, which is to love, to fear, to hate, to feel. I think those parts of the human essence will never change unless we become robots, but then we are technology, so that's a whole different thing. Okay, so I'm gonna say modern technology has changed our social structure in many ways and has the capacity to change our biology depending on how far it takes us. But but it but it but it will not change the true essence of what it means to be human, to love, to fear, to hate, to feel. Unless we become robots. But then we are technology, so that is another question. Okay, so I've developed my idea, I've developed my thesis. My thesis is that yes, technology has changed the world as we know it, and I can already see my first paragraph forming, which is going to be that my example will be the Industrial Revolution and how that changed the social structure and our reliance on technology and how we acted as humans, how the Industrial Revolution changed how we act as humans. That'll be my first paragraph. And I'll write that down as part of my plan. So has changed our social structures, the rate of productivity, and social progress. And then I'll write my example, which is like the Industrial Revolution. And then I'll probably write down like a counter argument for that, just in terms of my plan, and so it makes it easier to write my body paragraph later. My counter will be like, also, you don't have to think this is a good idea. Like, this is just like all that I could come up with. Yeah, you might like disagree with me, but that's cool. Like, you kind of want someone to be able to disagree with your thesis because that's a point. Like, you're putting forward an argument. So, cool. Disagree. Yeah, maybe you think this is a bad idea, but this is what my brain came up with for now. Or maybe that's me being insecure and maybe it actually is a good idea. Who knows? Okay. Anyway, so my counter will probably be like, well, my counter is kind of my next point, but I think that it also hasn't changed.
Hello?
Oh, hello. How are you going? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I think my mic was on the wrong setting.
Oh, right. No worries.
How you going?
Hey man, my name is Abdul.
Abdul. Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah,
My name's Zeke.
Zeke. Yeah, you too, brother. Um, I was invited by my friend Azam. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, we've had a few sessions together.
Sorry?
We've had a few study sessions together. Sorry,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
my throat's a bit sore. I'm a bit sick
Oh,
at the
you're
moment.
right. Nah, you're all good. Yeah, no, he's my mate. So he's like, it's a good place to have some accountability, have some study.
You,
Yeah.
you two actually sound similar.
Oh, fair. It could be influence, man.
Uh,
Yeah,
are you
that's good.
are you taking the GAMSAT?
This is my first time, yeah.
Oh, okay.
First time taking it. But pretty much I'm in my second year. So um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
You're in your second year, like of undergrad, like uni.
Yeah, science. Yes, I'm doing research science.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know where to start.
In
uh,
terms of GAMSAT study.
Pretty much, yeah. We're kind of in like like in the holidays, right? Maybe some unis actually have started, right?
Mm.
But I wanted to, I wanted to low-key kind of just have like someone. Have you done the GAMSAT before?
Yeah, I've sat twice.
Oh, sweet. More experience than me for sure. That's good. How was it? How do you reckon? Like,
So my first time, I was kind of like you. I had no idea what the hell, like, what to study really, like, what to
mm,
do. So I kind of just went in there for the experience, like, just to be like, let's
yeah,
have a crack and see what happens. Um,
right.
and like, I realize now I did study a lot of like irrelevant stuff, and I kind of was just
Mm,
studying for like stuff that interested me as well. So it wasn't like a complete waste of
mm-hmm,
time. So because I enjoyed it, but
mm,
um, I think what did I get? I think I got like I just didn't pass. Like I got 50% overall, but like
oh yeah.
in one of the sections, I think it was section 3, I didn't get like a passing mark, so you obviously can't use that score. But
Okay.
yeah, so I think I got like 47 or something like that in section 3, and then the rest,
Okay.
like kind of average the rest.
So
Um,
for your first attempt, I mean, it was like a wing attempt, right?
no, no, like I
Wing.
studied heaps. Like I did study heaps.
Mm. Oh, like you said, like irrelevant
Yeah,
stuff as well, isn't
irrelevant
it?
stuff. Like it was just like I don't know
Right.
if it was irrelevant. Like some of the stuff was, but like for example, right, I would study like
Mm-hmm.
I went on Anki, the like memorization flashcard app.
Okay.
I went on
Yeah.
that and would
Anki, yes.
yeah, and like memorized 113 elements.
Holy shoot. Holy
So
shit, that's
so like
crazy.
I kind of knew that was a waste, not a waste of time because I enjoyed it, but like I kind of knew
If
that
you
wouldn't
liked it,
help.
yeah.
But I just kind of did it anyway. And then like yeah, so I just
I mean, look, that's a good mindset to it. Like people would usually like just like, oh, sure, bro, I wasted time. Like you actually enjoyed that. It's a win still.
sure,
Oh,
yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I feel.
yeah.
And then I skipped a sitting, just because I was
Okay.
like pretty full on with uni and stuff like that.
Facts.
And I
Yeah.
just wanted a bit
Guess
more
true.
time to study as well. So then I
Mm,
sat, the most recent sitting I sat in March, and
mm.
I can't remember what I got. I got like 55 or something like that overall.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's better than the first attempt.
yeah, and I passed like every section, so at least like it's a usable score and whatever. So and there's a bit of like
Exactly.
improvement there. I felt though like in the exam, like I guessed so many questions, like and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and like I didn't think I passed. I thought I did worse than my first time, to be honest.
Oh
Um,
wow. I see.
yeah,
I mean,
so
but like, were you more confident? Would you reckon? Because you've already done the attempt.
well, I wasn't not confident in the first time because I just went. I went in there. I didn't have like really expectations or anything like that. So I'm kind of just yeah. I'm not really like I don't know. I'm pretty laid back about it. I feel. Um, yeah, but
My bad.
it was surprising because
Mm.
my self like perception of how I did was not accurate in the second sitting. Um,
Yeah.
so that was
Okay.
interesting.
I've heard that from people. Like a lot of people describing gram stats like their best attempt, like would be like, oh, I actually thought I did worse, but yeah, they actually did better. That's just the gap stat for some reason.
Yeah, I think the reason
Um,
for that is though, because I've heard, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty
mm,
certain that the way that they mark the GAMSAT is not like, oh, you got this one right, 1 point. You know what I mean? So
mm,
like, it's
yeah,
so there's question sets. So it might be like this stem is related to like 3 questions or 4 questions, and it's a different question but on the same topic with the same information. And so
yeah,
I think each question has like a weight to it. And so say you get 100% in the set in the STEM set question set, um,
mm,
it's it's weighted 100%. Whereas say you get like one question out of four, instead of being worth 25%, it's
yeah.
worth less. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's worth less. Okay.
because what they're trying, I think what they're trying to do is kind of predict your guesses. So if
Oh,
you get
I see.
100% right, it's less likely that it's going to be a guess, right?
Yeah,
You
that
know the
makes sense.
material and you can like reason through it. So I
But the
think
thing is,
that's
what if it's unfair if you just like you got like let's say two, like what if they mark it as like a guess even though it wasn't a guess? How you know?
yeah. I mean, again, I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure, but I'm
obviously,
pretty
yeah.
sure there's like really complex algorithms and stuff that they use. I am pretty certain that it's not just like you got 50% of the questions right, therefore you get 50%.
Mm,
Um,
okay,
yeah. So
okay,
I
that's
think that's
different
why
in
it's
that
so hard.
regard.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so hard to judge how well you did.
Mm, not fair. That makes sense. But the thing is, like, man, what would you how is like your process, right? Like, we have. I'm guessing you're doing your setting for this next sitting, right? Which
Yeah.
is August 22,
Mm.
right? August 22nd. Um, we have just like a couple of weeks to go, and I'll be honest, I'm fresh. I'm still fresh. I've been working on uni, uh, just to get that sorted, my GPA, WAM, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not. I wouldn't say I haven't touched GAMSAT or like in a really substantial manner. With Azim, right? I have done a couple of sessions with him, and just we went through like section one, section three. Um, Again, it was like I get like maybe 50% right and stuff like that, but I just I'm kind of just like in like I want to get into it now. I want to lock in pretty much because it's the best moment to lock in, right? We have like maybe 6, 7 weeks.
Sure.
Shoot, accident. Six. We have like didn't even mean that. But yeah, yeah, around that time. So I don't know where to start. Pretty much. There's 3 sections, and yeah, I don't know. I kind of just wanted some direction, and
Yeah, yeah,
I thought
yeah.
maybe.
Hmm. What's your like approach? Say you get a section 3 question.
Hmm.
What's your understanding of what what GAMSAT is asking you to do? Like,
So
yeah,
what I've been
with no
like,
context to any particular question, just in
no
general.
context, yeah. One rule that I've been told, and I'm kind of like I still remember, is that in the GAMSAT, especially section three, people get intimidated, I guess, and I was as well. And so I'm like physics and science. I'm like, what the hell? Can you get physics, chemistry questions? I didn't do physics in high school or ever. But the thing is, what I've learned, someone told me, is that the GAMSAT will not test anything, like answer the question would not ask anything that the STEM didn't already provide.
Mm.
Like, if answers already provided to you, I think your approach is like a detective. That's like using these clues to solve the case.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way that interesting way I found out.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's I think that's an awesome way to frame it.
mm,
It says right, like it's a reasoning exam. It's not a knowledge quiz
exactly,
or like anything like that. So I think yeah,
exactly.
I think you get it. What do you so what do you mean when you don't know? I think what did you say? You don't know like where to start? Like what do you mean by that?
I mean, look, like I've think the thing I said is because like I went to like a GAMSAT workshop, and this was the mindset and the perspective change they kind of instilled, right?
Hmm.
But what I mean is, obviously, when you're going through an exam, you want to do practice. I have like resources to practice.
Hmm.
I just procrastinated the hell. So you know what I'm saying? So I haven't done that practice enough to be confident. But the thing is, the questions themselves, they're kind of interesting. Um, like doing it,
How?
yeah, like they feel it like doable, right? I
Hmm.
have, like you said, it's a reasoning test, so it was doable. But the thing is, I want some structure and direction to how I'm gonna approach this because there's only a set amount you can do, right? And we have this set amount of time to tackle 3 sections. and it's kind of overwhelmed me pretty much.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm,
I think I kind of battle with this myself.
yep.
And I think one thing for me is that I think the GAMSAT is designed so that you cannot
Mhm.
be like you cannot reassure yourself. Like you're constantly in a state of I can't be 100% confident that the answer
Mhm.
I'm doing and the method I'm using and the process I use
Mhm.
is correct, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's just coming to terms with that, basically. But the
Mhm.
reason I
Wait, one
battle,
second, brother.
sure.
1 second. Mom's calling me.
Oh, you gotta answer that.
I'll also say like past and modern technology, I think, in this one. The Industrial Revolution kind of inspired like we'll also put like capitalism, meritocracy there as like facets of that. Always mention, you know, neoliberalism, like free market, whatever stuff that you can kind of like chuck in there that will also like sound like you know how the world works. And then my counter argument is that what's a good counter argument? It hasn't changed necessarily our biology. But that's my next point. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna write body 2 here, and my body 2, my second point, the premise that my thesis is founded upon is that technology cannot change what it means to be human, to love, to hate, to feel, etc., to fear. Takes them away, useful or something, then maybe our emotions will be taken away from us. But that's also like some sci-fi stuff that maybe is a bit big. But I can use it as a counter example. So, body 2, technology cannot change what it means to be human, to love, to hate, to feel, to fear. These are primitive, raw biological things that, unless tech strips them away, that like kind of like have like an unchanged, that make up our unchanged essence. Counter thing, my counter argument, like slowly, albeit, that be human took away our be something. How I don't know much, just based on like my own experience, especially we all have them. That my thesis is that basically like to think and to feel. Okay. Which is like basically what I've said in my points, but that's my thesis. My thesis is basically sprung from these prompts. Let's go back and check that I am actually going to be addressing the prompts. Yeah, confusing the minds, the uses and power of technology. Perfect. So I'm addressing the uses, the power of technology to change who we are as humans. Now, we'll see how that goes. But essentially, that's kind of how I plan my essays. Obviously, that has to happen in a lot less time than I've done it here. But the key things I do: prompt interpretation, coming up with a thesis just based on whether or not I agree with the prompt that I want to write about. Basically sprung from these prompts. Let's go back and check that I am actually that my thesis is saying that technology has changed us. Has changed our social structures, but it will never change what it means to be human, which is basically like to think and to feel.
Yo,
Hey man,
how's it going?
how are you?
Look who's here. Look who's
Yo,
here.
what's good, bro?
I just came, man. Just
Yeah,
join this.
Full chat feels good. Feels good to be have a full study session.
it's been alive. Oh, I watched this video by the Kate Robson. It's actually pretty decent.
You thought this was good?
Yeah, I legit used her her template for task A and B.
Yeah.
It's like pasted in front of my wall right now.
Her template being like what? Like a introduction body conclusion.
Yeah, exactly. She legit goes through like what you want to have an introduction
If
body
she has a
add.
template?
Like she doesn't have a template, but she goes through what you need to add, and I just made a template out of that.
Oh, I got a question.
No.
I got a question for you then, because this is what I so like. So at the moment, I think I was with you doing the essay ideas, right?
Yeah, you were.
And then so now I want to start doing like the full template and the plan, right?
Yeah.
But what like I'm confused, right, as to what to add. So like I've got my main idea, right? But then I feel like the body paragraph, is that just another do you reckon it's just another idea but related to the main idea? I don't get it.
I think the body paragraph is where you develop off of your main idea. So you go into more details and stuff.
Right, but okay, so like for example, right, let's just take this youth one. Say the main idea is youth, right?
Yeah,
It's never too late to have a happy childhood. Okay, let's just take this. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. Let's say that let's say that I disagree with this and um well, I don't even know what this means. Let's just say that this means that you can be happy as an adult or something like that. Um
okay.
and let's say that I disagree with that because you need to work. Just keep it simple. Um
Yep.
so that's my like kind of main idea, my thesis. You can't always be a child because you need to work, right? So
Yeah.
what would be like the developed idea of that in the next paragraph? Would it just be like um would it be like uh you could have a job like could the counter the counter could be maybe like you could do a hobby for a job or something like that, or if you enjoy your work. Um
Uh, are you asking well, the girl, the Kate Robson, what she says is basically suppose
the
you're
girl
against
the girl yeah, that's wild, but okay.
Anyway,
Sugar
remember
guy.
you said that like work, because like work makes you not as a you're not a child because you work. So for example, you'll be like, that'll be one of your main ideas. You'll be like, oh, because we have work, and it doesn't make you don't feel like a child because you have work, and then you develop off that, and then you put your example and you explain that. But then in the same paragraph, you'll have a counter as well.
Okay, so in the in the plan writing, not the actual writing, right? Would you come up with like a explanation and like a example? That would be like the plan. Is the
Yeah, you probably have an example and then um an explanation. Yeah.
yes. Okay.
And then you probably have like a counter argument as well in your actual plan as well.
Yes. Okay. I guess I'm
But
just like
guys,
trying to
when
make it
you
simple.
like this thing, sorry, I cut you off. You continue, continue.
No. I was just no. You go. You go. All good.
Like for the section two, I was just gonna ask, like, is it like free flow? Like you can write like any like sort of format?
I mean,
Like, you,
it's up to you depending on how you want to write it. But there is no particular format that you need, sort of thing.
all right.
I've heard people write
Yeah.
poems and stuff like that. Some
What'd you
people,
say?
I've heard like of some people like writing poems and things like that,
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
haikus
exactly.
and yeah.
It's the best way you can express your way of saying something. Um, so yeah. But then like the girl, the what's the name? Kate Robson, right? She has like, a different structure for like a task A and a task B because she goes with like a argument and analysis for A, but then she goes to a reflective for B. But some people also use argument analysis for B as well. But I think she's more strong on her reflective essay because if you do read her essays, you can actually pin like just like check that out. She's more strong on her task B. Have you started writing stuff, Zeke, or
No,
like,
I
or you
literally
still?
I just got on like half an hour ago and I was
I see.
just watching her,
I
seeing what
started.
she was doing.
Mm. But I also started like doing the idea sort of thing. It's so hard. Like when you time yourself, it's hard to like think of stuff. Like if you don't have a time, you can think as like you just keep on thinking and
What
like you get a decent
I've
thing.
I've found I can't like it takes me like 3 minutes, 4 minutes to come up with the idea, of like thinking time before I can actually write, and I feel like the more I do it, the more comfortable I get with just not having an idea for like 2, 3, 4 minutes, because I
Yeah.
feel like I'm pretty confident that something will come.
Mm. It's just repetition. It's like you just keep on doing it, and then it should come. What are you doing, Abdurrahman? Are you doing the same thing or? Okay.
We were just chatting about like kind of like where to start, like studying and
Yep. I see.
I think so. I was doing like 5 minutes for an idea, so I think I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes to do like the idea and then the actual plan. So I'm gonna give that a crack and see what happens.
Right. Do you want to do
Yeah.
the same one? I won't do the plan, but I'll just do the idea with you.
Alright.
You want to do youth
I'll
or?
I'll do it in two parts. Then I'll do the idea first, and then I'll do the plan.
Wait, so guys, for an essay, is this how like you guys did VCE, right? Or
Did
Hmm.
what?
in VCE, like we had the English exam, 3 essays.
I don't know what I didn't do school.
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Fair enough then. But it's like the format of the essays. Yeah, that's what I'm like trying to clarify. It's because, for example, let's say you guys were doing what youth, right? You said
Yeah,
could I potentially write uh, either a narrative or a persuasive essay?
yeah, I'll show you.
Like,
So you can see my screen here.
yeah, I can see
This
your
is
screen.
the only criteria for the essay. The thought and content. That's the one criteria. like your
Mhm.
thought and content, and then the organization and expression. That's literally the only criteria for the essay.
Wow. Okay.
So as long as you have a
What do
thought,
they mean by that though?
yeah, I know
I said
it's super vague.
it's so broad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very yeah.
It's super vague, but I think it's vague deliberately. But yeah, thought and content. So have some sort of thought and content,
Mhm.
and then organize it and express it in a way is literally all you have to
Okay.
do. So if I think what you're asking is, um, like if you just list a bunch of words, right? It's not
Yeah.
organized in a way that's
Mm. Yep.
like
Yep. Yep.
intelligible. So don't
Yep.
do that.
Of course. Yeah.
But have,
That's where that comes in.
and I think
But
why
so let's just
the
say like you could make it you could just like instead of a listing, obviously you want to like organize it into like an essay format. Um, does it have to follow the traditional form like you just told me there is no format, but there is organization. So can we choose how we organize it? For example, it has intro, two body paragraphs, conclusion, or three body paragraphs. Is that what you mean? Or,
so you could do that, or like I'm not sure what you're like when you say can you do
Mhm.
something like else, what would you do that's different than that?
I guess just a number of because for me the main issue that I have is I can do the as I'm saying this from like a point of like being observing it and my teachers have told me I have good ideas. Right, I come up with ideas like well, but I run out of time. Especially this is typed, right? It's not a written essay, so it's a bit easier, I guess. But it's 30 minutes, right? Two essays in 30 minutes. No, so
Two
30 minutes for
essays
each.
in I think two essays in 65 minutes because you get 5 minutes of reading time.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Um,
Cool. So that's not a lot of time, to be fair.
yeah,
What do you think though? What do you think about that? Like,
I think you can focus on word count. So I think word count. I think they recommend. What do they recommend? Like I'll Google it actually, but I honestly I probably write like 400
mhm,
words. I think mine are like around 400 words. I know Asm
okay.
writ one the other day that was like 600. It was crazy. I was like, how the fuck did you write that? But I think go for depth and yeah, go for depth over like breadth
Depth,
and
quality over quantity.
exactly, yeah, exactly.
That's beautiful. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what. Is in English, like what I said, BC was like in English, like you needed quantity as well. To be fair,
Right.
but that's the thing that I used to run out because time.
So
Time was a very big enemy.
yep.
Oh,
So
okay. I
recommend
see.
aiming for
Cool.
average 400 to 600, and for me personally, I go on like lean towards the 400 side of that. Um, and try to like
Mate, you know what? I should probably just. The best way to practice is just have a crack at it. Probably just
yeah.
write it. Do you like have like a mechanical keyboard or something?
Have a what?
Like
Mechanical
do you
keyboard,
have a
like
no
keyboard ladders.
mechanic? No, no, no. As in like, because I know that it's like a test you do it by yourself at home, like the section two.
Yeah.
So you theoretically, if you have a fast actuation keyboard, that's an advantage, no?
100%. Yeah. I mean,
Oh
I don't
shoot!
think typing is the problem though. I think it's the speed at which you can process and think originally. I don't think
Yep. You know what?
I don't think you're limited
Yes,
by your
yes.
finger speed.
That's you know what? That's actually true. That's so true. I
But
better
I
have like
like
another keyboard just in case, bro. Something goes wrong with this one.
get one of those. Have you seen those gaming keyboards where it's just like 5 buttons? It's just literally like your hand fits into it. Get one of those.
That's what? How you gonna do? What the hell? That's crazy. How
um,
you gonna even like learn to like type on that? That's like, well, that's fine. Okay, 30 minutes for roughly an essay. Um,
it is actually
yeah,
it
yeah,
is fun. I kind of enjoy doing them. It is kind of shit though when you do come up with a bad one and you know it's bad and
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
embarrassing and shameful. But I'll,
I mean, who's reading it? Like, except the examiner.
no. I mean, I shame
Oh,
myself.
okay. No, no, I don't think that's. You shouldn't do that because you spent time coming up with that. Like, even if you think it's like crap, right? You think it's like the worst writing you've done. You've done it, right? You've instead of some people didn't do an essay. You've actually done an essay, so that's good on you.
Damn it,
Saying.
why can't you be my inner voice?
Man,
I'll keep you
man,
around.
man, man. Hold on. I want myself to be my inner voice, bro. As in, like your dedication is crazy as well because I like you've actually like done it twice, bro. That's like that's the thing for me. Like, cause I'm a bit of a gamer, bro. I've procrastinated so much, and I kick myself in the butt for that. Like every time I think about it, I have I'm like, oh, I hate myself for that. Like, yo, why can't you just lock in and study, man? Do an essay, do something. Why are you not doing this? But I think that's why this server, like, Azam was like really telling me like, oh, it's good for accountability now. Like instantly when I heard that, I was like, oh shoot, I need to jump on that because it's accountability, right? Having that is like, you know, such a blessing, man.
Oh, for sure. What games do you play?
Games. Oh, been playing a lot of DBD. Uh,
DBD? What's that?
Dead by Daylight.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, what have I played? I played Hollow Knight,
Yeah.
Silk Song. I play like Rivals. Because my friends play it, man. They forced me to do it. Played some League. Um, yeah, just just any game I can actually. Right now, I've been playing DVD. What about you? What games do you play?
I play at the moment. I'm literally just playing Age of Empires. Um,
Oh, okay, I've heard
do,
that.
do you
Yes,
know
yes,
like it's the old school. It's like the one that came out in like
yes.
2001, but they
I've
remastered it.
I've heard it.
And there's
Yes.
like a
Oh, they
full
did.
yeah it's a
Yeah.
full like the graphics and stuff are so cool now, and like there's a full
Ooh.
competitive scene. It's like it's actually like it's so you get a game in like 30 seconds. It's so good.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
That's sick. That's the best part.
yeah.
Oh, so you're into like what do they call those type of
Like
games? It's like
RTSs.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I used to play Call of Duty, but everyone got too good and I didn't play for long enough, so I was just like, this is so shit. I'm not like getting, you know,
Yeah.
coming from,
Any progress?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just,
no,
and like
that's
the
real.
skins and stuff are ridiculous, and the game's like 10 terabytes. It's just not it anymore.
Oh yeah, man, it's so big for some reason. Like they just like for no reason at all. It doesn't look like the graphics are improving that much. It's
Yeah.
getting bigger.
So yeah, that's me.
Oh, yeah,
Alright,
that's good.
a lot of chat, but would you want to do this with this? Well, me. I don't know if Hasm's gonna do it, but
I just finished mine. I just finished
oh,
the
okay. Well,
ID.
we'll chat and shit. Um,
Bro, yeah, I was my bad, bro.
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
just
Give
happened.
me 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is so
Yeah.
you have the theme here, right? And then the quotes, and then in 5 minutes, I'm just gonna come up with just a main idea or like a thesis.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Right,
Well, I'll
ready?
see how it goes. Yeah. I have to go eat now, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Then we'll see.
Cool.
Oh, that was rough, but we got there in the end, I guess.
Mhm.
What'd you get?
Well, I'll share mine. Could you see it?
If you zoom in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh no, wait. I think you're looking at my. Oh wait, am I watching my own stream? It's just black now. There we go.
Mhm.
And I also
Okay.
hear an echo. I hear my voice. I don't know how to not do that.
Let me stop sharing again. Um, is that better?
Hello. Yeah, I've got an
Yeah.
echo. That's good.
Do you have an echo or no?
No, it's all good now.
Okay. Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Youth may feel eternal for now, but as time passes, it will slowly fade away, and the wise person will use their time wisely so that they won't be burdened by grief and regret. It's important to enjoy your childhood, but at the same time, don't take it for granted. Okay. Let me read it again.
Mm.
You may feel eternal for now, but as time passes, it will slowly fade away. The wise person will use their time wisely so that they won't be burdened by grief and regret. It's important to enjoy your childhood, but at the same time, don't take it for granted. Okay, yeah. Do you want some feedback or something? Or
What do you think about it? Like
I think
from
it's
the
I think it's
way.
great. I think it's very clear. I just had to read it twice just because I'm very tired. That's the only reason I think.
Mm-hmm. But from reading the topic sentence, what way do you think I would answer like my first paragraph and my second paragraph be about?
Youth may feel eternal for now, but as time passes, it will slowly fade away. I think your introduction, you mean, or your body?
My body's.
Your body. Okay, so I think maybe the first body, um, could be about, I don't know, uh, activities or something that you do as a kid, um, or maybe um, yeah, why time feels like um, it's eternal when you're a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. That's what I sort of had as well.
Yeah.
I know.
Like time feeling going slowly, but the reality is that it won't be the case as you grow older. Because yeah, and then I would have like linked that towards like even though time feels slowly, um, you should use your time wisely, sort of thing.
So
Just be the case. So have you? So yeah. So that's like that's like your that's how your topic sentence, and then you would put like an explanation as to why. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Cool. Um, what would you say out of if you had to grade it?
Grade. Let's do like an 8.
Oh, do you know like any piece of advice I can improve it or?
I don't know if this is correct. But maybe like shorter, like a sentence.
Mhm.
Um, maybe like a sentence, maybe max 2 sentences.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right though. The reasoning though behind that is I think it's harder to keep track of your thesis if it's multiple sentences. And also like when you're trying to hold different ideas as well, it's easier to hold in your head. Oh, this is my idea when it's like simple.
Mm. Yeah, I think ChatGPT also said like a 7.5. Cool. Do Can we read yours?
Sure.
Let me just close my screen. Okay. Youth is a term used when adults want to exert control over perfectly sound human potential.
uh,
But let me be like
I felt
youth.
I felt you. I felt you go like, what does that mean?
Wait, let me like think. It's like youth is a term used when adults want to exert control. Okay, over perfectly sound human potential.
I don't know. Question back. Wait, so in the exam, will you be typing in like similar to Word? Or
Is so I can't remember. I think I can't remember. I
No, it's not similar to Word. You don't have any fonts or anything. I think you just like there's only one font, one size, and
can you
um,
you can highlight and you can't copy. Can you copy and paste? You can't copy and paste,
no,
right?
you can't copy and paste either. No.
Okay.
what font is it?
That's the craziest. That's the craziest question.
Hey, it's not that great because if you get into that same familiarity, bro, you got
Taking
That's
taking
actually
exam
scary.
conditions to the next level is typing in the font.
typing the same font, bro, same size,
Nah,
same
I rate it.
fonts.
I back it.
Good work. Nah, I should probably I'm gonna just get like Word open. So is
I'm
planning
actually.
like
Hmm.
compulsory or nah?
Is what?
Planning, like when you plan your essay,
What do you mean? Is it compulsory? No, like
there's
it's
like a 5 minute reading time, right? Is that for both essays or just one essay?
No,
I
you don't have reading time.
no, you have reading time. You do. Like it's the two essays are 65 minutes with so you get 5 minutes of reading time.
But you could theoretically not use that reading time and just start writing.
Yeah, so yeah.
I see.
That's right,
Okay.
isn't it, Adam? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah. So even the reading time, you can still write. You
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
to
It's
read.
not like it's not read.
Okay.
It's like you can flick between.
Just
You
brainstorm.
can go to the next. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go to the next like set of prompts and essay, and then go back
Yeah,
to the one you're writing. Like you can
yeah,
flick
you can.
between both, but I wouldn't recommend doing
Mm,
that.
yeah, obviously it will be very scattered.
Yeah.
Um, okay, man. 'Cause this is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm like trying to wrap my head around like how the like conditions would be, and you guys have done it, which is great. Um,
It's not that different to like what you could imagine it would be.
yeah, fair. Okay. Timing is the
You're
only
not gonna
thing, bro.
go in there and be like, what the fuck is this?
What is this, bro?
Yeah.
Ah, fair. So that's good. That's good. Because like, for example, do you guys do which one did you do? The youth one.
Yeah.
Like, how does it work? Is it exactly like this? They'll put like a theme, and you have to choose one of them
I
or
don't
all of them.
you won't get the theme. I think you just get the quotes. You just get like five quotes. Like
Yeah.
literally five quotes like this. Um
Yeah.
and then it will say I think it says like respond to the prompts or something like that. Or respond to the quotes or
Do you get extra marks for like doing all five, or can you do one and still be good?
so me and Aslan were talking about this the other day, and I think the my approach, and I think this is the best approach, is you read through all the quotes and you get the main theme that the quotes are talking about. So, like, if you see here, like, this
Okay.
is happy childhood. This
Yes.
is, um, this is kind of vague as to when it's talking about, but have the desire to need to live, but not the ability. So I'm assuming like you can't. It's talking about childhood here as well. And then youth, it says youth here, and then a very long time to become young. So there's
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Okay.
theme is youth, right? And then so you know the main theme, and now you can kind of look at sub themes. So like this one's kind of like having a happy childhood, maybe as an adult. I'm not too sure. Um, so like there's themes within the quotes as well, And I think the
Mm.
best way to go about it is to 100% make sure your essay is about the main theme, and then if you want, respond to a specific sub theme, like in one of the quotes, maybe two, if they're similar
How do you do that?
ideas.
Like, as in, do you just copy paste the like, obviously, like, just quote the quote? No.
No, 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 no. So
How do
like, so um, for example, like if I want to talk about youth, let's say mm,
yeah.
this is a shit idea, but because it's so confusing. But let's just say I want to talk about how like youth is in a way like a social construct. Like there are biological markers of youth, but outside of that, let's say like a 14, 15-year-old girl is kind of like biologically mature.
Yeah.
Don't cancel me, but like
I
but yeah,
was about to say age is just a
yeah,
yes.
well, so is a prison sentence, just a number as well. Um,
Exactly.
okay, so like yeah, so I want to talk about that idea, how you can be like an adult but perceived as being like young and youthful, and that adults can control like kids in that way. So let's say I want to talk about that idea, right? Um,
Interesting. Yeah.
then it's kind of there's no let's like so that kind of responds to this quote, right? Because this quote says, "What a weary time those years were," and I'm assuming that's talking about childhood. I don't really know, but to have the desire and need to live, but not the ability. So you have the desire to live your life and you need to go and do things and stuff like that, but you don't have the ability because you can't earn money. You um, need to do chores, stuff like that. So like I'm responding to that kind of. Does that make sense? Or is that confusing? Hello? I can't hear for some reason.
I can't hear either. I think it's AFK. Okay. I think I read a couple of times, and I think you know what it is. I feel like it's interesting. It depends on the way how you actually put your body paragraphs, because this could be like completely good or like completely shit.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Because like when the way you're going against the idea, 'cause, like when you talk when like with this point, people would just like explain what youth is, childhood and stuff, but then you're going like adults basically limit a person or like a young person because he's young, and they don't really care about his ideas and stuff. So controlling young people because um without knowing the potential, sort of thing. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, so like I have a personal the reason I've watched a few videos and I think some like advice that resonates with me is don't write about anything that you don't really have personal experience with or have like a time or like something that you like actually feel like, right? And
Mm,
there is an experience where I I work with some like a family um
yeah.
as like a support worker, right? And sometimes I feel like parents can really underestimate or because of like control their kids' ability or like capacity to do things. And
Mm-hmm.
I wonder sometimes if that's because they're a bit of a control freak and actually don't want their kid to succeed in some things.
Yep.
And so like
No.
yeah, I would talk about that in the body paragraph.
Yeah, that's good. I think if you put it, yeah, that's good because like it's definitely unique to how others. Because like when I don't know if it's me or like when anybody reads that, they just feel like youth is like young age, childhood. You don't have that much like limits and stuff. Like you'll talk about like how childhood versus like adulthood and stuff, and you compare those two. But you've gone to like a different like aspect of it. So
Mm.
I think that'll like catch the reader's attention. Um,
How just out of curiosity, and I think this relates, how long did you spend before you started writing something?
I spent 5 minutes,
Okay.
5 6 minutes.
Oh, no, 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 before you actually wrote the first thing down. So,
Oh,
oh, you spent, so you spent 5 minutes thinking and then you wrote after 5 minutes?
No, like everything included. Like
Okay,
I
so
read it and wrote it in 5 minutes.
the reason yeah, so but like, when was the first time you typed a thing? How long did it take you to type something?
Are you talking about just now?
Yeah, for the one you just did.
I didn't time that.
No,
I just
no,
timed like
the one I read, the one I read.
the one but the youth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't time. Like
Oh,
I
okay,
timed
okay.
5 minutes. I didn't like check what time I started writing.
Okay. Because the reason I asked, right, is I started writing this, I think, with like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes or something to go. So I spent 3 minutes, 4 minutes thinking, and in that time I thought of like 4 or 5 different things, but I picked like the fifth thing. So I think that's why it's like a bit weird, if that makes sense. Because does that make
Mm,
sense? Why? Or do I have to explain
yeah,
it?
because you have like a bunch of ideas in your head, and then
Yeah,
you
and
just pick
I
the.
think the first, second, third, fourth idea would have been the most common across different people.
Yep. Yeah.
I try to find idea. Why don't you write all them ideas so that it's on paper and not something you have to remember?
Because I can always regress back to it, right?
Hmm.
What through your memory?
Yeah, or like yeah,
Okay.
through my memory, or yeah, like
And it takes
I,
longer to write down as
yeah,
well.
and it's like
You just waste time.
it's
no, as in like maybe dot points or something. Because I get what you mean. Like when you say like, but are we trying to be like unique, basically?
I
Like,
think that is an important aspect because you have to think, right? A marker's gonna read the same idea fucking 20 times, so like you do kind of want to make it a bit
yeah,
original. And like, even if that isn't a criteria, right? Think as like on a humanistic level, like you're gonna get
yes.
bored reading that, if like even if it's not, and that's gonna affect
Like you
the.
gotta. That's why you gotta have like a really catchy hook. Like
Mm.
I've noticed all my essays or speeches, is like you have something that's a hook, and you're instantly. It's like you just have to. It's like fishing. You got the bait, and then you have to just reel them in with your paragraph, right?
I love it. Yeah, 100%.
All these analogies coming to me, bro. Um, fair enough, man. So okay, fair enough. So we have to just. It can be anything, but it just has to relate to the main theme of the quotes. Five quotes.
Yeah, but don't get too caught up in like trying to respond to because all these quotes have unique
Yeah,
ideas, right? So don't get too caught up in
yeah.
responding to each unique idea in the quote. Is my advice.
Right. And you were saying something about like don't write anything that you don't have experience with. Like that was kind of interesting.
I think that's a good rule of thumb because sometimes it's like uh you can start talking about something like think it's a good idea and then realize you kind of don't know the details or you end up sounding a bit um maybe not arrogant but like
Generic.
what's the word where you like um I think it's called like the Flynn effect or something where you like think you know more than you do and it, like you can see that
Oh,
in writing.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mount stupid.
Right.
I don't know. You just think that like you think more than you know, but you actually like you're not in experience like that.
Yeah,
Gets
and it's yeah, I just think that's a good idea just to write like from experience.
okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I low-key need to just stop writing. Like I just for section one, section three, like it's like depends, but section two is all about practice. No?
Then section 1 and section 2 is about what, sorry?
Section one and section three is like depends on the questions and the stems, but question two is like all about practice because it's essays.
I
You
think
get better as you do
I think I seen somewhere that SA2 section 2
it.
is the is the most improved section. So like people improve the most in section 2.
Oh,
And then I
okay.
think it's section 3 and then I think after that section 1. So I think it's harder to improve in section 1. So yeah, I think you are right.
Yeah.
I think there's still
How do they improve in section two then? They like practice or
I'm not too sure of the details. I've just heard that's like a stat that's mentioned.
yeah, right. Okay. I see. Interesting. Right.
Um, can I have a grade, Asm, for this?
Muted. No worries.
You want to give me a
My bad.
grade for this
No worries.
out of 10?
The It actually depends on your body paragraph, but out of the topic sentence itself, I'll give it like a 7. But like again, that could go to a 5 or that could go to a 9 as well.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Do you want to do
That's a topic sentence.
what's that?
It's like a main idea, so topic sentence of the whole essay.
Yeah.
Is the main
Oh.
idea the topic sentence? Did you say?
No, what is that you've written?
Oh, it's just the main idea.
So it's not really the topic
No.
sentence. Okay. A
Um,
contention maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I think it's
contention
a
for this.
thesis. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, contention. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Do you want to do like this, like just the thesis, like main idea, or do you want to do like a plan
I started on it planning for it already.
for this? Can I have a look?
Yeah. It's not complete. Okay, yeah, sure.
You timing it as well?
Not the plan. I timed the topic sentence. Not sorry, the thesis. Where is it? Oh my days, I can't find it now. Here we go. Can you see it?
I've got a black screen. And I'm on echoed again.
I don't see it now.
Wait 1 second. How about now?
That's good.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, cool. So this will be the topic sentence. That there. Remember, that's just my example. So that's a personal example, and then I'll just explain that example.
Time's still the same. But commitment has changed. Keys to build skills in you.
Wait, do you guys have like the prompts pasted somewhere? Like,
They're up here.
oh, you just took a photo of a
There's
screenshot of
a
this?
screenshot of this phone, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I use this, by the way, so if you can see my screen, I use this is pretty good. It's GAMSAT free GAMSAT quote generator, and
Oh, I see.
you
I
just go
see.
like generate, and then it generates the quotes without the theme, because this is what you'll see in the exam, and then you can just go reveal theme, and it will show the
I see. Oh, that's interesting. That's sick. Free, what was that? Grad ready, free GAMSAT code generator. Gotcha. Okay.
So
What do you think, Z?
yeah, let me have a look. So it's just between weekends during childhood and now. Can you tell me what that means? Like between weekends during childhood and now? I don't really know what that means.
Like it'll be juxtaposition of like, so it'll be like a hyperbole, like a personal reflection of like what I did during my weekends in my childhood and like what I do now. And then obviously in my childhood there'll be less commitments, more free time. But now I'll be working or studying or something. And then I'll explain that in my explanation. So the time is still the amount of time I have is still the same, but commitments have changed. So it's better to build your key skills when you're younger, so that in your future it'll be easier for you to like work around those commitments.
Yeah, okay, I think I get it now. So it's like on the weekends as a kid you had free time, but on the weekends now you like are doing study and like
Yeah,
other
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, okay.
yeah. I didn't write exactly that down because I was like trying to like
Yeah,
limit. Like
yeah.
if I wrote that, I just understood that. So
Yeah,
um,
for sure. And then explain time is still the same, but the commitments have, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's good.
And then the thing is like over here I'll talk about this, and then I think in my second paragraph, because my topic sentence or my thing was about grief and regret, and also about um, not taking childhood for granted. I was going to talk about uh like how pressure when you're older builds up, and like you regret stuff that you didn't do in your childhood. You know, like suppose you want to like join a hockey club or something, and then you'll regret that in the future. So when you're like a adult, and then I was going to talk about in the future when you're adult, you regret things that you couldn't take in the past, and then I was like, so you shouldn't take your childhood for granted and just do the stuff you actually want to do then.
Yeah, that's good. I can see like the clear like development of thought.
Yeah, cool. I feel like this was easier because it's more personal sort of thing. So I can like actually, but like if I had to like do a historical example or something, I feel like I would struggle then.
I think I'm just like you made me think of a good I don't know if it's good, but I feel like it would fit in like a counter argument
Mm.
of like if you would have done that stuff as a kid, like play hockey or something, then you probably wouldn't have felt as like free or like time goes slowly because you would have been doing more activities.
Oh, okay. I didn't think. Okay, yeah. That's yeah. Yeah, that would be good for
Rebuttal.
topic paragraph 1, right? Because yeah,
Would you have rebuttals in this?
Rebut
yeah,
yeah,
that's a
I
counter
guess you
Or
have
argument
like
that's
counter
equal to
arguments, yeah.
simple.
counter argument for like a paragraph or each paragraph?
I think you won't have time, so I think for the main idea is better. So you just like
Yep.
have one sentence or two, three sentences or whatever, like of the counter argument for the main idea, and then
Mm.
um and then kind of I don't know, do you think it's good to counter the counter argument or like say why um the counter argument kind of doesn't doesn't like um matter in a way?
Um, I counter the counter argument, but then I'll reaffirm my argument as well. Though I'll be like, even though, like for example, you just said, even though if you do pick up a sport during your childhood, it will limit your weekends, but that you still have the flexibility or the ability to like take that commitment out. Like you have the ability to like choose what you want, and you don't have any um like regret at that moment in time.
Mhm. So
You know?
it's less about like as a kid, it's less about responsibility and more about
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
fun and
'Cause
enjoyment.
overall, that's what I'm talking about. Like childhood feels eternal. You have more time and stuff, and less commitments and stuff. Um, yeah. So I reaffirm my idea of like you still have time, even if you pick a hockey like a hockey or something or sport, even though you picked a sport, you have the ability or the choice to ditch the sport or like do a different thing, and you still won't regret it at that moment in time, and you'll have to build it up from there.
That's good. What was your name again? R
Abdul.
oh
Abdul.
Abdul.
Yes, Abdul. Yeah. Or
Did
Maddox. You can call me that if you want.
did you
That's why I use it.
you did one?
I just wrote this. I just like this is about the youth thing, right? That you guys
Yeah,
were
yeah,
talking.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I kind of from what I've yes from the quotes, it was about youth, like the main theme. And I kind of had this as my was that my stream?
It's black. Oh, I see it now.
Okay. Um, kind of said something like this. You realize the value of something uh only when it's taken away from you. But by then it's too late. And then I had just wrote some ideas like counting the wrinkles and like, talking about like painting a picture of old age um, before going back to the topic about youth. I think the main topic is like maybe how important your youth was. Like this, I would say this probably encapsulates it best. You only realize the value of something only when it's taken from you, and time and health fall under that criteria. But I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Yeah, no, I think that's really interesting what you've done because what you've like it looks like what you've done right is you've got a bunch of quotes there that have kind of their sub ideas or whatever, and then you've got the main
Hmm.
theme which is youth, but then you've gone like
Yeah.
a level above that as well, which is you'll realize the value of something only when it's taken away from you. So like that's not necessarily about youth. Like that could be about
Mm.
anything, but
It could be. Yeah.
in this context, you could write it about youth, or you could write it like
It's like a template.
yeah, I think it's good. I think it's really
Yeah.
good what you've done.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. Um, I guess I guess this would be. It could be also a topic, like a good introduction sentence, right? There would be an introduction, right? I'm guessing intro, body paragraphs,
Yeah.
conclusion, and then maybe a couple of sentences, like a paragraph of a counter argument. But the thing is, like, I like how free, like, you get a lot of freedom with this because it's about, like, I guess, yeah, we look at the quotes, and it's like roughly about like childhood, youth, and stuff like that. You can just write anything related to that, and it would be considered, right?
Yeah,
It's just about like what we were
pretty
saying,
much, yeah.
content and organization.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Interesting. And why is why is everyone?
Why is everyone
Is this?
panicking?
Yeah, and also like, I guess, what's the criteria of it? Like, what? How are they marking? How they differ a 65 essay to an 85 essay?
So like my understanding is that you could have someone come in, right, and be unconsciously like racist or politically incorrect or like have a like overly maybe like idealist like view that's just
Yeah.
not grounded and right, and that will come out in their writing, and obviously so that
Uh-huh.
would be the content of thought that they're looking at
Huh.
and judging,
Yeah.
right? And then there would be people who have really cool, like maybe really like I don't know, like I can't think of a better word, but like correct ideas of
Pathetic.
thought,
Like, yeah.
but then
Okay.
can't organize them, right? Like
Hmm.
can't express them, and then they might leave like the marker confused or like not sure what they're talking about. So I guess
Yeah.
that's the criteria.
Yeah. You know what? That makes sense. You want to have a mix of both, and obviously be proper.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's see.
I'm
Wait. So are we planning to like write about? Oh, just like the theme time.
I
Is it?
did plan to do like plans today. Like I've just been doing like ideas up until like now, but
Oh
today I
yeah.
did
Yeah.
plan to do a like a plan, but it is getting late. So what I'm going to do is, and join
Mhm.
me if you'd like, but I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm going to do like
Yep.
5 minutes idea, and then I'm going to do 5 minutes plan and see what happens.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm going to do
Awesome.
this one, this time one.
Are you able to copy paste that? Maybe
Yeah,
make a
I'll put
channel
it in
for.
the no, I'll put it in the chat. So there's
Oh yeah, in this chat. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
We can just take
Copy.
it.
There is the chat.
Thanks. Beautiful. All right.
Shall we reconvene?
Yeah.
So that was the girliest yeah I've ever heard. I honestly thought that was a girl for a second.
Yeah.
Who'd like to share first?
You can go first if you want. I can go. I don't really mind.
Um, okay, I'll give you some time to read it.
My mum is calling me the worst ever. All right. Time is both. Time is the movement.
My bad. Are we starting?
Yeah. I think I. What was
You
it
want to go
again?
yours first?
What was? Is it
What was that?
Abdul? Was it Abdul? I forget. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Abdul. Yeah. Okay.
Abdul, yes.
Abdul's just reading my thing.
Yeah, I'm just reading his.
Wait, let me. Okay.
I like the planet Sun's cold, hot, wet. Like I like how you connected it to everyday parts of life. That was good.
Thank you.
So is this like body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2?
Yeah, so I'm a bit like I haven't really done this. Like I've done plans before, but like not like this. So like I'm trying to figure out like what the best way to go about it because honestly, on the day, I don't think you won't have I won't have time to plan an essay. I'll just start writing it. I think the objective of
Mm-hmm.
this now for me is to get into the flow of like developing
Organizing.
ideas, explanations, and descriptions and
Yeah.
conclusions and counters quickly. I think that's all I'm trying to do right now. So
Mhm.
when I think what this plan is basically is just a thesis, some sort of like example, some sort of explanation, and a counter and a conclusion if I can muster it. Like, So yeah, so basically like this example would slot somewhere in the body, in like the first body. I obviously didn't do the intro,
Okay.
didn't do the counter, and kind of didn't really do the conclusion. And then this explanation
Yeah.
would slot somewhere in the other body. The other thing is like I think like ordering stuff would be really important. So I don't know if like I would necessarily do it like this order in the actual exam. Just depends on like how
I think it's just like to get the ideas on paper, right? Just to make sure we develop that idea.
yeah. Can I have like a grade from like 1 to 10?
Okay.
Psychology, theories, the idea.
I'll give you. Okay. This is like being honest here. Um, I the second paragraph. I think got a little too. I don't know, like niche maybe. Like, as in like there's a lot of words that like the way you express, like for example, psychologist. I can tell there's like more complex terms and like more complex ideas, right? Where were you doing it like because you wanted to be unique? Like you wanted to
This
have a
concept
different
emerged out of the
perspective, or
idea that we
I
experience a phenomenon.
did it
When we
because
experience a phenomenon like a
hang on, I'll
particular
just wait for
behavior, for
that's
example, there are different interpretations.
I did it
it was
because
interesting.
I think my thesis was really complicated, and I was trying to think of like a concrete way to explain what I'm actually trying to say, and this was like the closest thing that I could come to it. Um, in that
Do you
like
need concrete? Like, do you need? No, just a question. Do you need to have evidence, like concrete evidence? For example, you said psychology. Did you need to have that though?
um I didn't need to have like a uh what I was trying to do is like express my idea in a way that someone reading
Hmm.
it could understand it. Um,
Yeah.
not necessarily like give evidence for the accuracy of what I'm trying to say or anything
Yes.
like that.
I good. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. No, because like me personally, first paragraph, like for me, the first one is really good. I like the I guess motifs. They like the comparisons, right? You're comparing like time as fleeting sense of joy we can never hold on to, and whatnot. Like that's something that's also relatable to the audience, um, and something that's easily understandable. The second one, I think maybe because I just uh, like it could have been explored a little more. I think one thing you like could have like make it better is like making it relatable as well
Yeah.
for that second psychology idea.
Yeah, I think that's a
I
good
don't know if
point.
that makes sense.
No, it's a good point because jargon can be a problem, I think. Um, and instead of using like layman's terms and stuff, jargon can be a problem, and there's definitely jargon in there. And
Yeah,
then also
makes sense.
the two paragraphs don't mesh very well. Like the first one's quite like I don't know if philosophical is the
Abstract?
right
Oh,
word. Like
abstract.
kind of like I don't want to say poetic as well because it sounds kind of like I'm think I'm a poet, but
I get that. I get that. I get
and
that.
then
Yeah, poetic good. Yeah.
and then the second one's kind of like scientific, and they don't really go together.
The thing is, they don't go together, but you could have something unique. You could like this could add to that unique factor in that you start off as something very what do you call it? Yeah, poetic or like theological, because you're using these like poems, I guess. But then you go into that, what do you call it? Scientific thing. It's the way you do it though. If you
Yeah,
can execute
100%.
it, that flow would be like, oh damn, okay, he's
Mm.
done both, and that's kind of something that's I've never seen that.
Yeah, true. That's a good point as well. I think it definitely would work if it was like deliberate and there was a reason for doing it, for sure. Did you give me a grade?
Great, okay.
So
I don't know, like
I reckon it's hard to
Azam
grade.
probably.
I reckon the way to grade it
I
would
read it. It sounds good. I actually liked it. Personally, I'll give it 8.5.
sweet.
Yeah, it is good, especially the ideas. there's thought to them, and I guess it's also like subjective and objective. The way you said it's both subjective and objective, it could be actually matches well with this, because the first body paragraph, I guess you could say it's, wait, which one is which?
So this one's like a
Sub-
body, like an example in the first body, and then this would be the second body with like an
no, as in
explanation.
like subjective is like it, everyone agrees. No, objective
No,
is
so
that.
subjective is like the internal, like the quality, like the experience, subjective experience that you have of something,
Yeah,
and the objective is
yeah,
like, I don't know, we can agree
facts.
that we're studying right now,
Oh, okay,
you know.
yeah. I think first, yeah, that could be
Uh,
something that.
I feel like in your example, that's not. I don't know if that's like. Is that like? Don't examples need to be like either like a historical or a personal example? That's just more like explaining what time is.
Um,
You know, so
I kind of get where you're coming from, but I think
you
so.
like what you're
Yes,
trying to do,
that's
like
just an example.
you're explaining on a personal way what time is, sort of thing, and then you're explaining your personal way of what time is. Do you still get that? Like um,
So no, I don't care.
it's like when you say time is the movement of planets, suns, and moons.
Hmm.
Time is cold, hot, and wet, like
But
the seasons.
that's the objectivity of time. Like that's literally what time is. It's like sun movement and stuff, right? Like I'm giving that's the example of like an objective sense of time.
Oh, okay. I sort of
And
see it.
then like I'm just reinforcing that idea. Like here, time is cold because like time we know time by
Mm,
seasons as well, right? Um,
yeah,
and then
and then that's the
this
objective
is
part
the
of the
subjective
feeling.
part.
Yeah,
So I'm giving like yeah an example of why it's subjective and then an example of why it's subjective.
yeah. I'll rate that, and then you go well with you saying that. Nevertheless, there's a real assumption that it is also that there is still a real, identifiable, and objective reality out there somewhere. Yeah, it ties well. It looks good. Sounds good.
Sweet.
What do you meant by there is time out there and in here?
Say again.
Like, what did you mean by there is time out there and in here?
There is time out there and in here. Like there's time out there in the world and there's also time like inside of my experience in here.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So you mean there's time outside of one's perspective? It's like for me, there'll be time. It's like if I'm in my perspective, I'll be like the time for me, it's in here because for me, and then but apart from me, if it's not subjective towards me and like in an outer way, like the whole world itself, then that's a time out there. Is that what it sort of?
I just kind of meant like I think when I think my assumption is that when we think of objective stuff, we think of it out there, like in the world,
Mm,
and then when we think of
yeah,
subjective stuff, we think of it in here, like inside. That's just kind of,
it's the way how we it's the way how we
and I kind of
think
just
about it. Yeah.
like the way that sentence sounded for some reason. So
Mm. No,
it's kind of like it was like kind of deliberately vague a little bit.
no.
Also, what is the? Can I ask what is the second body paragraph? If you were to summarize it, what? How would you? How could you tell me that relates to time?
Um, Good point. Probably not. I probably couldn't. I don't think it does relate to time. It relates to
That's
subjective
yeah.
and
That's the
objective.
main.
Yeah.
Like when I was reading it, that's the main thing that kind of like I was like really thinking, okay, how does it relate back to time? The first paragraph you mentioned it, and you don't have to mention it specifically, but you really tied it back to that time of like movement of planets, which is what time is, like you said. But in the second one, I'm like, I don't know if it correlates.
No, it's a really good point.
Maybe if you can, yeah. That's why I would, yeah,
Yeah,
I would
link
add
it
to
back
it.
to
And
time somehow. But
yes, exactly.
I think yeah, it is a good point because I think I'm actually if you like I'm actually talking about the main idea is actually subjectivity and objectivity. It's not really time. I'm just using time as like a way to express that idea, right? Which is not the theme of the quotes.
Yeah.
So yeah, good pick up.
No, but overall though, it's good. I like it. And the conclusion is we must grapple with the dual nature of being like
Like
us.
yeah, even
I
my
think
even my
what you can
conclusion
do,
is about subjectivity and
yeah,
objectivity.
about yeah, dual nature.
Yeah.
I think it could work if you say something, for example, like time is the reason we have subjectivity objectivity. That makes sense.
That's
That's a
really
unique
good.
take.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. That could definitely go
Yeah,
like be the
and
through line.
that ties in. Yeah, exactly.
That's good. That is good.
That's good.
Do you want to give me a grade? I think
I think I'll give it a 6.5.
yeah,
If the second body
fair to
paragraph
say.
was more to time, it would definitely be same as Asm. You
Yeah,
know.
no, that's definitely reasonable. Okay.
But the thing is, I've never, I don't know, I've never seen a lot of like essays, so I can't really grade with the mark of like an examiner. That was just a grade for like
Yeah,
me
yeah.
personally.
I mean, I was on the call with someone the other day who gave me I think Asm gave me like a 8 or a 9 or something, and then this person gave me a 3. So, you know. Oh.
Actually, it is subjective. Like
Yeah.
you have to like, is that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like unique because an essay. What I did here, I think, maybe, is that not necessarily using jargon means it's a good essay. If you can use good terms, but organize them well, then that's a fantastic essay. But if you just have a lot of terms, it doesn't guarantee that you'll get a good mark,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas you could use like simpler terms, but as long as you express yourself, right, that I think that could work as well.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. GAMSAT's like that.
Um, I'll look at yours if you'd like.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've just written like ideas. I
Okay,
don't really know like
that's fine.
planning either because in my head I was like, you probably think of it, maybe jot them down and then start writing,
Mhm.
right? The actual exam. But I think I might do what you guys did as like um BP1, BP2, and then like conclusion, and then maybe a counter argument. Is it always better to have a counter? It's like boost the marks, or
I think if you're
it shows
doing,
that you thought of it. Like
I think so. You know how there's like task A and task B.
yeah.
But I think task A is designed to be like more argumentative. Um,
Sorry, you cut out. What did you say?
I think task A is meant to be more argumentative, whereas task
Mm-hmm.
B is meant to
Yep.
be more reflective. So I think a counter
Deflect. Okay.
would go quite well in task A, whereas in
Task A.
task
Mm-hmm.
B, I'm not sure if a counter would actually work just because of you
It
want to
does.
be
Yeah, reflective.
yeah,
Yeah.
you want to be like critical about about your reflection, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you're talking about an experience or something that you had, you might want to talk about how you had a certain perspective or belief and then how that changed. So that's kind of like a counter, and
Mm,
then like what you learnt from it, I guess.
yeah.
So like
Like the journey, like a process kind of thing.
yeah, so in a way
Okay.
it's kind of a counter, but in a different like kind of context.
Mm. Was this this quote prompt reflective for task B?
Um, I'm not too sure which task it was. Good, that's a good point. I think so when it says task A and task B, I think
Mm.
the quote style changes to be more reflective or more argumentative. So like
Yeah.
if I were to look at this, how did it get a certain time you always use it? I actually didn't read all the quotes. I read the first Doctor Zeus quote and started writing mine here.
Fair enough.
They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them. So yeah, I think this is more reflective, right? Like
It feels like it.
yeah,
Yeah. Fair enough.
yeah. I think usually
I
when you
think
get
my
like
one. Yeah.
political quotes and stuff and like
That's.
socio-cultural quotes, I think that's like argumentative
Mhm.
stuff.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I kind of recycled my youth one, like you said, but
Yeah,
it worked for
okay.
this one.
Uh,
You only realize the value of something when it's taken away. Yeah. I read of it.
and then it's already too late. You are a living clock, an embodiment of time itself. Every single second that passes, you lose a piece of yourself, a version of yourself that had dreams, desires, yet lacked action. A version of you that stays in the past as a memory. Take advantage of your time before it stops ticking.
I
Okay.
don't know about this part. this kind of feels like a negative thing. I don't know. I was exploring something and then I just stopped there. What do you
One,
think? What are your thoughts?
yeah, one thing. So as I was reading, I was kind of like, it sounds repetitive. Like I'm not saying this is what it is,
Mm,
but I'm saying it sounds repetitive,
mm,
and then it sounds like there's not much development. But then I kind of like read the last bit, like a version of yourself that our dreams, desires, yet lacked action. Version of you that stays in the past as a memory. Take advantage of your time before it stops ticking. Yeah, so like it's
that repetition. Um, I guess what I was trying to do is like remind. It was like remind how much of like time you are. It's like it's
mhm.
weird to explain, right?
That's
But
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, that's good. I like that. That's a good like a good tool to use. Yeah, for sure.
mm, obviously there needs to be development. Like this is my conclusion. Take advantage of your time before it stops ticking. So this is more of like everything leads to them. I want the viewers to know this. I want the viewers to take this message away. And I think what maybe I do is first I establish it, like establish.
Yep,
I
yep,
wouldn't say
yep.
I kind of just like it's like yeah, establish like how much of time, how much you're made up of time, that you're a living clock. This kind of statement,
Hmm.
and then I guess what I need if I had like more thing is like develop it more
Yeah,
maybe
so the
into
thing I
like.
would say, what you've done is the easy part.
Mhm.
The hard part is the explanation, like because you've kind of described the situation, right? And
Yep. Painted a bit, yeah.
yeah, but the links between your kind of context and then your conclusion or your thesis and like what you like where you're going or end up is the hard
Okay,
part.
yeah.
So like I need to know like why you think that or yeah, like how would you come to that idea, I think, is what's missing.
What do you mean? So, do you mean connecting this to this?
Yeah, so
Like why?
yeah, so
Why?
connecting. So hang on. So you said, so you only
Yep.
realize the value of something when it is taken from you. So that's your um. I guess that's your yeah, that's your thesis, right? And then
Okay. Yep.
um,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
but by then it's already too late. Okay, so you've kind of have a problem now, right? You've introduced a little problem,
Hmm.
which is cool. You are a living clock, an embodiment of time itself. Okay, so that's just a description, which is fine.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Every single second that passes, you lose a piece of yourself. So that's another
This is kind of.
description of what happens, right?
Yep. Yep.
A
Correct.
version of yourself that had dreamed, and then you're adding more layers, which is fine. A version of you that stays in the past as a memory. So all of that is just description and context. So it's all good.
Yes.
I just need to know like um I need to know why
Hmm.
you only realize the value of something when it's taken from you. I need to know why, and then I need to know like what you've introduced your problem. So I kind of need to know what to do about it, or like how um yeah, well like what to do about it, and then your conclusion, take advantage of your time before it stops ticking in. How do I do that?
Mm. That's a good point.
Hmm.
Yeah. How do I? How do
So
I?
all like I want to know all the juicy stuff. Like I feel like you've left out all the juicy good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like a cliffhanger. I look low key. I wrote ideas and I just wrote everything that came to mind.
Mhm.
These are just like it just came to mind. It just okay for me personally. I think that's why I liked your body paragraph one as well. It resonated more with me.
Hmm.
It's because it was poetic, more imagery. Like that's my style of
Yeah, yeah,
writing.
yeah.
I really like that. Um, but no, you're absolutely right. In that okay. What do you think this looks like? Do you think this looks like an introduction
Yeah, that would
or like
be
just
a really nice introduction, I think.
okay? Yeah,
I think it's missing like something though. Hang on, let me figure out what it's missing. It's missing
signposting.
uh n- I don't
Ringing.
really know what that is. What is that?
I guess like just uh telling the arguments. The body paragraphs, basically giving like a taster of the body paragraphs.
I've been told, I don't know who this was by, but I
Mhm.
thought that was a good idea, and I'm still on the fence. I don't really know, but
Mhm.
I've kind of so do you know like when you read a scientific paper, like an article or something, and
Yeah.
it has an abstract?
Mhm.
I was kind
Oh
of
yes.
I was kind of writing like an abstract, my introduction, and I don't
Okay.
think that's a good idea because this isn't a
Oh
scientific
okay.
piece of writing, right?
Yeah. Of
Um,
course. Yeah.
so I don't think you need that. I think it's missing like stays in the file. I think it's missing some sort of
Maybe the why.
I
Like
think
okay,
limitations
you said
are.
why. Yeah.
say again.
I think limitations. It's a put like a bit of limitations. Like, you know why? You know that's happening,
Yeah.
but then what's limiting you from that? It's like what's limiting you from embodying a time itself.
So how can I do that? Or how can I take advantage of time before it is that
Um. Yeah. I
okay,
mean,
okay.
how?
I feel like this is kind of an assumption. It's like the version of yourself that had dreams, desired, yet lacked action. But is it a good assumption? Like, is it a good thing to add? Do you guys reckon? It changed it a little bit. It had its layers, but
I mean, you have a lot of context, but you got to explain that context later on. There, it's like you got to explain like it's like what Zeke said before. Like your idea should be like one, like not should be, but like it's easier
Mhm.
if you have like two sentences. That way, your ideas are more easy to grasp in your paragraphs, sort
I
of
kind of
thing.
just started writing an intro.
Yes, I think I said this to Asm the other day. I don't think so. It reads a bit like stream of consciousness, so you're writing as you're thinking, and I
Hmm.
definitely don't think you should do that because you want to
Hmm.
be critically like evaluating and
Hmm.
analytically like analyzing what you're writing. And if you write just whatever you're thinking, I'm not saying you did that,
Yeah.
but that's just how it
Hmm.
reads. You can tell it's not like there's no
Organization.
there's less depth because
Definitely.
you're saying the first thing that comes to your head. Um, so like
Mm, okay.
so I think and it's so hard because you're so constrained by time. So it is hard.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I
Um,
think okay. For this piece, all this maybe is repetition, but it is me trying to establish something. Is as I'm trying to tell them uh basically put like give this perspective that you're a clock, all right, your time itself, right, and every single like tick is like time going back. But I think you guys told me like yeah, adding on to that, why do we need to take care of our time, as well as like how to do that? Is that something I need to add in
so
the thing? You guys reckon?
so this is going to be a shit piece of feedback, but I feel like something's missing in the introduction, and I don't know what. That's the only thing. But I just
Okay.
I don't know what. Honestly. So
Hmm.
do with that what you will.
Okay.
um, but yeah,
Maybe
obviously,
organizing.
I think it's
Right.
fine. Honestly, I think it's fine if you develop the idea in the body paragraphs.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I've also like, as a reader, when you're reading this though, are you feeling intrigued? Are you feeling hooked?
Yeah, I want to
Do you
know.
want to know
I want to know
more?
the juicy stuff. Yeah.
You want to know the juicy?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I, okay, by that standard, I think maybe it's done its
Yeah.
job then.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But like you said, the juicy stuff, the main stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's I think something I need to establish
Yeah.
or like write down so that I know I'm always linking back to that.
Mm.
Fair enough. Okay,
But yeah,
good.
I'd be happy with that.
Mm,
Adam,
good.
did you do something?
You have any?
Yeah. Let me share my screen.
Wait, what was your feedback again, Azam?
Uh, I said it was all good. It was about the same as well. Repetition, and I felt like you had limitations there, but like I
Limitation.
think, yeah, like the version of yourself that had dreams, desires, and get lacked,
Oh yes.
and
Yeah,
then
okay.
the
Yeah.
limitation is you staying in the past as well as a memory.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just more about like it's actually the same. Like you want like an example sort of thing. Like I want to know like
Yeah.
you
Why
got
is it?
that, but like why? Like an example to like
Mm,
go around that.
got you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
okay,
you. Yeah. Fair enough.
cool.
Makes sense.
Alright. Right, it's like actually rushed. I did like 5 minutes for the the idea and like 5 minutes for the planning. So I mean, let's go. Could you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, or no?
No, I don't think you're sharing.
Wait. Am I now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So that's the thesis, topic sentence, and then example and an explanation.
Is there another line under between?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's I laughed as well. Oh, you got heaps. That take control.
Where?
Second line.
Second.
Outcome instead they take protocol. Is that control?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, protocol is more like they take the first step.
Initiative?
Yeah, like an initiative. I just want to use
They
initiative
take
twice.
protocol.
That's
I
why I
don't
said
think
protocol.
that's I don't think that's what that means.
It has. It's
Protocol is like protocol 7 or like okay. It is the initiative taken in action, basically.
Is that? Oh, that's what that means.
No, like protocol is like. Actually, it's a tough thing to explain. It's
No,
like
protocol is like a procedure.
yeah,
procedure.
you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be careful of that. By the way,
It was supposed to be proactivity. Okay, not
instead
protocol.
they take pro. I don't think even that works because you don't take
Proactive measures.
proactivity. You
Proactive
you are
measures. Maybe.
are proactive.
Yeah, proactive. Yeah.
What's the word for like the first step? Like, because I
They are
thought like the
proactive.
first step would be like a
The
protocol is
first
like a
step.
like.
You take the first step.
Initial.
Yeah, the
I mean,
didn't
yeah,
talk
I
about it.
just
The
yeah, let's
outcome.
go that.
Instead they
Instead, they take the first step.
I feel like I feel like there's I understand your perspective or like yeah your I get your I think I get what you're saying, but I don't if I were to think differently than you, right, regarding this topic, um I don't see anything that would convince me of your perspective.
Okay,
Does that make
so
sense?
yeah, I sort of guess what you're trying to say. So you're basically saying the the examples and arguments, yeah, that make sense, but they don't really necessarily back the prompt of time.
So like it so is your argument like so like Elon Musk and your everyday Joe Blow, they both have the same amount of time, right? But one
this one here.
just the whole just in general, I don't know, I just
Oh, okay, yeah.
um yeah, so like one of your arguments is that like Elon Musk and anybody off the street has the same amount of time, yet one person accomplishes way more than the other person. Is it so that's like that's that's is that your argument? Or is that's like an example, right?
Yeah, that's an example. The argument was more about um we both have the same qualities, but what's the difference is that one person takes initiative and the other doesn't.
Okay. One person
That's
takes
the
it.
argument for the first paragraph, yeah.
Okay,
And the second,
did you write
mm,
anywhere about like one person takes initiative? Okay.
so this. So he did
This
accomplish
use
your
his
goal
time more
is to take it.
wisely. One way to do this is by taking initiative. Okay. Okay. I like it. I feel like if you developed it a little bit more, I would start being convinced. Like because I feel like right now, like if you say you were trying to convince me, it's kind of like saying you know, someone who's like depressed. This is a shit example, but someone who's depressed being like, hey, don't be depressed. You know,
Mm,
like
okay.
it feels a little bit too simplistic.
Hmm. Okay.
Like yeah, like I'm not getting any work done, so take initiative. Yeah, fucking like obviously, but like how? Like um,
Okay. Okay.
you
No,
know,
I get that.
it's I
Yeah.
feel like it's a bit surface level. No offense,
Yeah.
in my
No, I
opinion.
get that. Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. So you're basically saying the ideas are there, but it's just on a basic level at the moment.
Yeah,
So you got to develop the ideas,
yeah.
and then that way it's more persuasive,
Yeah,
sort of.
for like 100% what you're saying is correct. There's no doubt about it. What you're saying is correct. But like, let's say you weren't correct, or let's say I didn't know you were correct and you were trying to convince me. Like, let's say I let's say I thought like initiative was actually a bad idea, um, because you know, think of the counter as well. So if I take initiative, right, there's risk in that. What if I fail because no one else has done this before? And there's a reason no one else has done this before, right? Because it's risky. And then I do it and fail. I've wasted my time, wasted money, like, you know.
Hmm. I feel like okay. So what about if I oriented it this way? Um, so you should take actions, but then obviously you'll be faced with setbacks, and then from those setbacks, then it determines like if you keep on taking the action or if you just stop.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
that already, I think is like 20 times better.
Okay. I think okay. Okay.
So like predict what um predict what someone would say to that who doesn't agree to it, I think.
Mm, like okay. Yeah. So it's like it's more like what I said is like a solution, and then it's more like what would happen if that solution doesn't work. So what's
Yeah,
the side effects of the solution?
yeah,
And then I'll talk about
exactly.
that instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like um yeah, I kind of like I counsel and like in counseling, I have to be uh on the ball sometimes to not say a fucking obvious thing like this is a hyperbole, but like don't be depressed, you know? Like that's
Yeah.
I can't say shit that they've tried 1,000 times and 1,000 people have said to do this. Um, so like yeah, like try and like get in the head of the other person to be like, why wouldn't this work?
So I think of the side effects or negatives or the cons of the solution and interpret it. Okay. All right. What about this idea about I guess against the same thing, just It needs to be more like about the time being the same, but then some people's goals, even though if you both have the same goals, some people will take longer than others. So you both have a different scale of time.
Is there something I don't really know? Did Warren Buffett like get successful later or something like that than
Yeah,
Elon?
yeah, he took more time,
Okay.
like
So
than Elon.
definitely I don't know that, so definitely explain that. Uh, both of these people are successful. I think successful is one word, by the way. Some people take longer to accomplish the same outcome as others, but what's important is that you don't get sidetracked or give up. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, this part is. I was like talking about this part here. Some people take longer to accomplish the same outcome as others, and then talk like go into more detail on that.
Yeah, for sure. So
Mhm.
like, a reason could be like some people might be more far-sighted. Wait, which one's the like might be able to see further in the future, and therefore their goal isn't for like the immediate present, right? They have more like a more
Yep.
capacity to be patient. So that could be like an explanation as to why that is, instead of just like
Mhm.
saying that that's what's happening.
Yep.
And then, but what's important is that you don't get sidetracked or give up. Yeah. So maybe, so what could you add to that that would like give it a bit more depth? Do you think?
Um. So you don't get sidetracked or give up. Maybe like so. Maybe like what not to do to get like maybe like surround. Like I'll put more example of your surroundings, or like nah, it's still too basic. Wait, let me think.
Hey, you know what I think?
Tell me.
Mm.
I think um, it's kind of the first thing, the thought that came to my mind is that this is very similar to the first argument. It's very. I like the concept of that everyone has the same time, but it matters what you do with it, right?
Mm.
And also, uh, but you can't really say like how fast you can do it because it was the action, right? And like, is your whole point now time, or is it about action?
It's how the quality of time is determined by your actions.
I guess a better question is, what is your conclusion? What do you want the viewers to understand? What do you want the viewers to take home from reading your essay?
Or just my thesis will be like this part here. I'll just restate
Yeah,
this, but in like a different wording.
action. Okay, so action determines the quality of time. Okay, so quality of time.
Maybe I could talk about that. Yeah, I could talk about how the quality. So if they're both on the same different pace, one thing to check if you're using the quality of your time is
Because you could
by
spend
looking at
time.
the actions you're taking in
Yeah,
your everyday
yeah.
life.
That's a good argument because you could spend time looking at a wall, or you could spend time learning a skill. They're still you making use of time in
Yeah.
both cases, but one of them helps.
The way to determine all is by evaluating evaluating certain day tasks. Is that still simplistic? Or
I think
because
it's
like
I think it's better.
It has
it's
more,
better, but I don't
has
think
more
it's like
layers
still
now.
that deep analysis idea. 'Cause,
Depends on
like
how
if you think
you
about quality
approach
of
it.
time, like what's that?
I think if it's the difference between being simplistic and like having deep is like how you analyze it, how you explore this, unpack this, right?
I would have just unpacked it by saying like the quality of your time is determined by what you're doing in your everyday life and
You could talk
the
about factors.
decisions.
Yeah,
Hey,
you could talk about factors because the audience, right? And from an audience point of view, like I'm trying to know. Okay, so now that you've told me, what do you call it? I am like, the time is determined by the actions, right? Okay, what type of actions do I make? How do I ensure they yield me positive outcomes? That's probably going to be my mind. And if you can answer that, if that's the goal, that's how you answer it. You unpack it. That makes sense?
yeah, yeah. How do I actually get what you're trying to say. Like I understand that really well,
Mm.
but how would I put that on paper? Like
I guess you could say like, um, I guess yeah, just simplistically, why and the how. So
yeah, so why are you taking this action and how does it help you get to your goal?
I think, have you explained the? I think your first paragraph is the why. Wait, is it the key? Yeah, I guess the how. Yeah, yeah. What it is. Um,
Helping
allowing you to reach your outcome, desired outcome, or the yield.
to attain your goal. Okay. That's okay. Nah, that's really good feedback. I appreciate that. All right. My personal grade for this will be like a 4 or 5. 4.5. Actually, no. What do you think? What would you grade up, Burhan?
As
Is it?
as it was before you
Yeah,
changed
as it
it.
was previously, yeah, without the changes.
Okay.
So even on your first read, without me explaining my stuff, just how was it when you first read it?
I
Five.
think, yeah, yeah, I think around, yeah, 5.5.
5.5. Z.
Yeah, I got five. The funny
5.5.
thing, I don't know if like if I don't know if this is how Marcus marked, but like the reason I gave you like a five and not like a four is because I go like I read, but what's important is that you don't get sidetracked or give up, and I go, oh, that's like a good quality, like so I like that five, you know. So like even though like it's simple, it's still good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm. I
I
feel like
think
this is what happens when you're
why,
under pressure, like under time conditions. Like you think very simplistic, and you don't want to expand it because you will feel like if you get it wrong, then you'll because
bro, I
this
think,
way you
look,
don't
it's
it's not
fine
wrong,
though.
it's definitely right. So
Yeah, yeah.
and then you
I
write
think that,
about
look, as we get caught up. It's just every essay or any essay writing. We get caught up in trying to make it like very, complex and sound very smart and quote unquote, right? So that they can, see it and get us the marks. But really, that's not the criteria. It's about how you make them feel, probably, and did you reach your desired outcome, right?
it.
I think that's like one thing that I'm taking forward as well for my one is, thinking of as the reader's shoes, right? They are reading this essay, trying to get something, trying to get value, and are we providing that value? Are we telling them the whys and the hows? Why is this important for them to read? Making it relatable for them, which you have done, which that we want to be brilliant and whatnot. Right? Then how?
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
what could be the possible like distractions or limitations, stuff like
Mm.
that. It's fine
Would
to
you
be
like to go with the
simplistic, man.
actual thesis?
I like it. I like it. It's very well written, I think.
Okay. Do you think it targets the themes and like particularly, or was that a bit off track? I mean, the theme was time, so
Which
I think the last sentence is really good because I get a really clear picture of like what you're saying, and it's
mm,
also like pretty insightful to say like time's always the same, and what changes is how that time's perceived, or like depends on the person, right? I think that's really good.
yeah, mm,
cool. Okay, I'll take that.
I think so too.
Alright, guys, that was good. I'm gonna head off to bed now, and
That's alright, man.
I'll leave you on tomorrow if he's around.
I'll probably be a bit later at night, like 9 around this time. I'll start this time.
Alright, I'll
I
chat to you
think
later.
we'll sort it out.
See you,
Alright, no
Vic.
worries.
Bye.
It was fun. Alright, bye bye.
Alright, gang. I'll call it here. It's been a long one today. See you maybe tomorrow.